Guys, please hold on. I want you guys to get the picture of what I want to teach in the slide form so that it can help you.
Just came in.
Connected.
It's in the process.
Connected.
Yeah, it's connected.
So download it first. I sent it to you on WhatsApp. What's it?
Yeah, I was trying to find an alternative to
I didn't wear my laptop or anything, so no pen drive whatsoever.
It's really taking slow.
Is it connect to my hotspot? Connect to my hotspot. You're supposed to see it.
It's also
Hello. So if you have the form, kindly fill the form quickly. The speaker will be with you. Quickly, just fill up the forms because there are more forms you'll be getting. So once you are done, raise your hand. They'll pick the form and then. Yes, you are done. Okay, InvestCorp, are you here? InvestCorp. InvestCorp, kindly come and pick up the forms. They are done with the forms. Joyland, please help. Let's coordinate this quickly. So sorry, all those standing. We are still making arrangements for extra chairs for all of you. Kindly bear with us. Please move on to our. Please, if you can raise your hands so they will pick your forms quickly. Yes, auditorium. Once you are done with the forms, raise your hand, they'll pick it up and you can get the next one. Success Africa. Success Africa. The link has been shared on our platforms. Kindly share the link with a friend for them to join us. Right after Moses Arthur would have the GM of GB Foods. GB Foods will be sampling their jollof rice with their special Ghana jollof Gino. Oh, I thought you put your hands together for GB Foods. The managing director will be right here at the hall. And during our lunch break, you can get to taste some special jollof. We are also being sponsored by Belacqua Drinking Water. Let's appreciate Belacqua Drinking Water. All those who are signing up for the Glyco Live will have a session with you right after the program. just so that we give you some few details of how you can start working and start making money. Also get to know that Absa Bank is saying download the Absa Ready to Work app, download the Absa Ready to Work app, download the Absa Ready to Work app, just so they can have an experience. When I say Absa, you respond, your story matters. Absa Bank. How you say it will win you some cash prizes. Absa Bank. Absa Bank. Why don't you go to their social media handles, follow Absa Bank Ghana right now. Absa Bank Ghana, follow them, like, comment on their platform that you appreciate their support to this conference. Absa Bank is saying download the Absa Ready to Work app. Once you download, go through the 4-stage process and make sure you are able to go to the other and enter Success Africa, just so that we can trace you and give you a prize. Do that. When I come back for the microphone, we'll pick 10 people who have downloaded and have set up the app and give you some amazing prizes. It's all about giveaways and presentations. Let's keep learning. One more time, let's show some love to Moses B. Atta. Come on! Hey, come on, audience.
Okay. Please, those at the back, can you hear me? Yes. Can you hear me? Those at the back. Awesome. All right. So, how many of us can see the screens? You can see. All right. So, quickly, I want to introduce you guys to the beautiful woman that gave birth to me. That's my mother on the right. This is years ago. My mother used to sell wachi. So, the woman on the right. The image on the left is me. That morning, I don't know why they dressed me like this, but I remember speaking in Kenya and somebody said young Pablo. So the year is 1996. The woman you're seeing on the right had carried me for 11 months, 2 weeks. And for 11 months, 2 weeks, she had not put to bed. According to science, a woman is supposed to deliver in the 9th month. So for 11 months, 2 weeks, my mother had carried me and she finally put to bed. And my father, having seen everything that my mother had gone through, decided to Brentu. So Moses B. Arthur. The B is Brentu. Brentu means a warrior. Brentu means a fighter. One of the things that I strongly believe in as an individual is that in every dispensation, in every era, God raises people who show up as the fighters. God raises men who show up and say enough is enough. They are the people who show up and they change the status quo for good. And so, if you believe that you are that person that God has raised to change the narrative of your family, of this country, of this university, and the world at large, I want you to turn to the person by you and tell the person, it shall never be war with poverty. Because it shall never be war with poverty. Continue. Because it shall never be war with poverty. You better take my number. Or else, in 5 years, if you want access to me, you'd have to go through my PA. So please make sure you take the contact of the person sitting by you. It's very important. In life, one of the things I've realized is that your contact leads to your contracts. Your contracts provoke your revenue. Your contact leads to your contracts. Your contracts provoke your revenue. The quality of end of the day, young people like us can evolve and become. What are some of the things that we can leverage on as young people to be able to become the things that we ought to become? Those are the back. Can you hear me now? Awesome. So the first thing you need to know about the eagle is that the eagle flies alone. That is the cost of greatness. The eagle flies alone. The eagle flies alone. In life, one of the things that I've realized is that if you want to move higher, or the higher you rise, the fewer people you will find. And Abraham Maslow brings that in perspective when you look at the Abraham Maslow theory of needs. If you check the pyramid of the Abraham Maslow theory of needs, the base is full of a lot of people. As you climax to the top of the pyramid, which is self-actualization, there are very few people that are there. If you watch in life and if you study the animal of the eagle, who do not think that the journey you are on is actually a journey that is worth it. If you speak to a lot of people who have stepped out of their comfort zones beyond limits to become greater versions of themselves, they will tell you that the cost of greatness comes at a hefty price. One of them is that it is very lonely. So no wonder one of the Afrobeat superstars, Ashake, says is lonely at the top. Sarkodie said, "Me money pam bear me just for my survival," because it takes a certain dimension of mentality to survive at the top. And the eagle is one of the few birds that it is actually the only bird that flies at the altitude that it flies at, and no bird joins it there. And so I want you to turn to your fellow eagle that is sitting by me. Everybody in this room is an eagle. The beauty is that each and every one of you here carry great potential to become anything. The question is, have you been brought into that awareness here? Next slide. And so one of the things that I put in my slide is that greatness requires a certain form of solitude. This solitude will bring you into a place of isolation. And that isolation does one thing for you. It brings to, first of all, clarity. Please, in the world of high performance, there's a premium price you pay for clarity. Clarity is one of the gifts that you can have as a young person. And so your isolation will bring you into a place of clarity, then it brings you into a place of strength, and it leads you into a place of vision. Next slide. And so as I carry on with the eagle, you are going to realize that the next thing the eagle possesses is what I call vision. The eagle possesses vision. If you're a young person trying to do life, unfortunately you and I belong to a generation where it is so easy to be distracted. It is so easy to be distracted. You want to go beyond limits as a young person, scaling heights and doing things that your generation will celebrate you for. Then there's one of the things to possess from the eagle is that you need to be somebody who is extremely visionary and adapting